guys, I'm Miranda.
And I'm Seth.
And we're your main geeks. Today we have for you a sweet record haul video.
So on Black Friday every year, it's also Record Store Day at local independent record stores. So there's actually 2 days. April every year they do one, and then on Black Friday they do one.
Yeah.
And record stores all around the world will put out limited releases from artists, big and small. And it's just a cool way to support your local record store and get out and get some things that are kind of hard to find, rare, and it's mostly vinyl.
Yeah, it's mostly vinyl. Within the last couple of years, there's been like a few like cassette releases because
and sometimes CDs.
Cassettes are coming back. Every once in a while, there's like a CD or two, but nothing. Normally, it's normally all records. The one in April is the third Saturday in April every single year. Mm-hmm. And that one is really big.
That's
the one that they started with.
Yeah.
Within the last couple of years, they started doing one on Black Friday as well. But the release isn't as large.
Yeah, there's not as many
the regular
artists participating in that one. But there are some cool things. So we didn't do much Black Friday shopping because we knew the stores were going to be crazy, and it's just not really our thing for the most part. But we're like, yeah, we got to go to our local record store.
This is the one exception that we usually make for Black Friday shopping is the record store day.
So
because it's like, I mean, with the collection that we have, like you just got to, and it's like we participate in regular record store day every year, and so as you can see in another one of our videos, the only other Black Friday shopping is we went and got one of the GameStop mystery boxes. Mm-hmm. But we were mainly focused on the record store day stuff.
Yeah. So do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll start first. So the first pickup we have is the Nathaniel Rateliff in the Night Sweats 45. This is a Christmas 45. Side A has Baby It's Cold Outside, and side B has Santa Baby on it. And then this cover is a play on their first CD cover. He is in this pose, except for in this cover he has the Santa jacket on. And on the regular CD version, he has just like a normal shirt.
Yeah.
This one is just black vinyl, so I won't take it out. But yeah, so there's that first one.
Do you want me to go
Yeah, you can go for one.
All right, so I got the Rush Closer to the Heart 40th anniversary release. 40 years ago, they released Farewell to Kings, and that's what the song Closer to the Heart came from. And the B-side has Madrigal on it. This is pretty cool. It's on black vinyl. It also came with a 45 adapter. That's neat. It came with a 40th anniversary Rush 45 adapter for the small 45s with the big hole. It'll actually take up the space so that you can still spin the record. So yeah, love Rush, one of my favorite bands.
Yes, yeah, a lot of the older 45s have like the bigger holes that are almost the size of like $50. And so a lot of record players that you can buy will come with the adapters, but they're pretty cheap. So that one's cool because it,
yeah, comes with it, and you can use it on any record, so you can just carry around that Rush 40th anniversary adapter. So
right, which you would do.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want it?
All right, so the next release we got is the Gone is Gone 45 7-inch. It features Phantom Limb and an acoustic version of Starlight, which I believe the acoustic version of Starlight hasn't been released yet. And this one comes on blood red vinyl.
Very cool.
So there's that for you guys.
Very nice.
It has a little bit of opaqueness. You can kind of see through it a little bit, but it's pretty solid. For those of you guys who don't know who Gone is Gone is, they're a super group. Their guitar player, Troy Van Leeuwen, is from Queens of the Stone Age.
Yep.
Their one of their other members is from Mastodon, and then At the Drive-In. So
Yep.
they're kind of a super group. Kind of psych rocky. They're really good though. I like them because I'm a huge fan of Troy Van Leeuwen. Queens of the Stone Age is one of my favorite bands, and he's such a phenomenal guitarist. So that was just like a no-brainer pickup for me.
Yeah. We've got one more 45 before we move into the LPs. I picked up the Easy Eye Sound presents Good Sound Comes Back Around Volume 1. So Easy Eye, I believe, it's the label, and there are 3 artists on this. It's Dan Auerbach from the Black Keys, which many of you probably know, and then Robert Finley and Sonny Smith. So there's a track on there with each of them. I've listened to this. It's pretty awesome.
It is really good.
It's the one track has the Preservation Hall Jazz Band from New Orleans, which is cool.
And that's the one that has Dan Auerbach on it.
Yeah. And then the Robert Finley and Sonny Smith, sort of like bluesy, indie kind of rock. It's good stuff, but it kind of feels retro.
Yeah, it does. It has
stuff.
that very like 50s kind of feel.
Yeah. So really neat. And this is just on black vinyl as well, so I won't take it out to show you.
And this also, fun fact, this is a tour that is actually happening this winter with Dan Auerbach and Robert Finley are going on like a tour.
They're coming to the state over from us, and we're considering going if we can swing it, but it's in the middle of the winter, so
might not.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, and so the last of my pickups is this. It's a maxi single, so it's the size of a regular record, but it only has 2 songs on it. It's the 25th anniversary of Brian Setzer Orchestra.
Really cool.
It has Let There Be Rock and Gene and Eddie. This is the backside with a silhouette of Brian Setzer. I'm a huge rockabilly fan, and I'm a huge fan of Brian Setzer, of all of his stuff. I love the Stray Cats. I love Brian Setzer Orchestra, and then
just his
why am I
stuff.
blanking on the name?
Yeah.
Rockabilly Riot. Brian
yeah.
Setzer's Rockabilly Riot.
Yeah.
Which is a 3-piece band, which we actually got to see in the spring, and it was just...
It was really cool.
It was incredible.
That guy is still amazing, just like he was in his 20s. I mean, he's still killing it.
He is seriously one of the most underrated guitar players. Like, he just can rip. And this one comes on electric blue vinyl, which is absolutely gorgeous.
I feel like they knocked this one out of the park. It's just, if you're going to do like a cool Brian Setzer re-release, you have to have something bright and colorful and big and loud, and it's great. I think it's really cool. It's almost kind
Other
of
side there, you can
marbleized
kind
a
of
little
see
bit.
that it's marbleized a little bit. And the center there says Brian Setzer Orchestra 25. And so that was just a no-brainer release. I had to pick that up.
Very cool.
Then you've got a couple more of the ones
So I've got
that
a
you
couple
snagged.
more LPs. So this one is from a band called Scream, and this is the NMC 17 release. This album's from the 90s. I think it might even be from like 88.
I think 80.
I think it's like from 88. And so Dave Grohl from Nirvana and the Foo Fighters joined this band for like a few years before they ended up disbanding. And this is the album that he was on. So they re-released this on...
For the first time on vinyl.
For the first time. It's got completely new artwork. It comes with a huge booklet. It almost looks like the old composition notebook. And it's full of old pictures and lyrics from the band. And it's got some pretty cool...
Like newspaper clippings and stuff.
Newspaper clippings and early pictures. You can see like super young Dave Grohl there. He's just a kid. He's probably like I don't
And
know,
it's-
17.
Yeah, 17 or 18.
So this was the first album, to my knowledge, that he ever recorded on.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And
sure that is correct.
It came on
So this
random
one,
colored vinyl.
random colored vinyl.
And this one happens to be this awesome green, and you can kind of see through it. Well, you can definitely see through it.
It's
So-
so cool. It's like a tealish green kind of.
And this record ended up being sort of like a huge early punk Seattle.
Influence.
I'm sorry, not Seattle. Washington D.C. Record that a lot of bands that came after sort of looked up to. So really neat record, and it's cool to own it for the first time on vinyl. So and I've got one more. This one is the Pontier demos, which is actually Chris Cornell, released under the name Pontier because it was recorded during the filming of the movie Singles in the 90s. And in the movie, the main character, Pontier, had these fake songs on a cassette. And Chris Cornell actually took this fake cassette that was a movie prop from the set that had these songs on them. One of them are the Seasons, Nowhere But You, Spoon Man, which we know later became a Soundgarden song, Flutter Girl, and Missing. So it's a 5-song EP, and it's all Chris Cornell. Really neat to have this because it's stuff that was
Never before released.
never really released. It might have been on the original soundtrack to the movie Singles.
It might have been,
I
but
don't know that, but
it was never released on vinyl.
the first 3 tracks I really love: Seasons, Nowhere But You, and Spoon Man. And it's really cool to hear like a broken down, less produced version of Spoon Man that is where the origin of the song came from. So if you're a fan of Soundgarden and Chris Cornell, rest in peace. We loved all that stuff, and we will miss Chris Cornell for a long time. This is a really cool one to pick up. They only made 4,000 copies. There were 3 different color versions of this cover. There's a pink one, an orange one, and an army green version. So if you can find this out there and you dig Chris Cornell, it's a great one to pick up. So
They also did release that one specifically on cassette as well.
yeah.
So if you're into that, your record store might have those still.
Almost bought that too, just because it's a cool story because the origin of it was from a cassette.
Right, and one of our record players has a tape deck in it.
Yeah.
So
we're like, but it's like anything. Once you get into collecting something else, then it pulls you in another direction.
then we're gonna end
like,
up with all these cassette
well, now
tapes
we need
that
all the cassettes. We just need all the cassettes. So that's kind of what I grew up on. I grew up on cassettes.
And I did too,
And,
but it's like
you know, once we sort of switched to CDs, and then we kind of went back and started collecting vinyl. So it's just a neat.
we don't need
way to
another
listen.
thing to take up
You
space.
just have to limit because like we're completists. We love to have complete collections, and as soon as we start buying something, then it gets dangerous.
Look out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yes, thanks for watching, guys.
I know that some of our fellow unboxers are also really big record collectors, so you know, I know it's not for everyone, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed the video and enjoyed the stories.
Definitely.
We're hoping to make some more of these record haul videos coming up. But yeah, guys, if you like this, hit the subscribe button.
So thumbs up.
Ding the bell to
That's okay. So I think the bell, it reminds people when you.
Yeah, you get notifications every time we upload a video.
There it is. We got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Between
Brain
the 2
cramp.
of us, we'll figure it out.
And give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Have a good night.